and you're with me for a Friday episode of Coffee Talk, number 546 live stream. And it is Friday, 7 p.m., January the 9th, brand new year 2026. And it has been a week. Let's give people a little bit of time to come in. I'm drinking some tea left over from supper. I had a chicken basket with French fries, and I'm drinking tea, iced tea. I am tired, and I am operating on lower batteries, so I apologize if I'm not overly enthusiastic right now, but we're going to get her done. Oh man, a lot of good topics to talk about this evening, provided by Alan Sato, Uncle Lau, Die Bullfrog 79. And we'll get started in a few minutes as soon as we get a few people in the stream. Melinda Elliott, how are you doing, young lady? How are things in Louisiana? And thank you for the thumb. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're good. I am tired and my back hurts, and I just took some Tylenol for it. Oh man, it's been a week. It's been a week. I am so glad to have the next couple of days off. Next week will be a 4-day week with the kids, and Friday will be a training day. The kids will have Friday off, and then the following Monday from that is Martin Luther King's holiday. So the kids will actually get 4 days off in a row, and we will get 3 days because I'll have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but no kids on Friday. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be good. And I've been having my back hurting me. My upper back has been hurting me. Yeah, well, we only get Martin Luther King because the kids are off next Friday. We have training. Every other Friday, we have training. They have training days. KP Heathen, how are you doing? You have been putting up some really good posts, sir. The images you've been putting up, the comments that are on them, really good. I really like what you've been putting up. Please leave a like. It will be greatly appreciated. And I will tell you, last Saturday, about a week ago, tomorrow, I hit 2,200 subscribers. So, for some people, they think, man, I wish I could have 2,200 subscribers. And then, like, I'm looking up at people that have like 6,000 or 40,000 or 100,000. It's like, man, I wish I could have 6,000 or 40,000 or 100,000. So everybody's always looking up. There are people behind you, and there are a lot of people ahead of you. And but anyway, I have been celebrating every 100. Now, there are people who will get 100 subscribers almost in a day, like my friend Dave in Georgia, who is approaching 42,000, I think, somewhere around 42,000 now. He has been really, he's been, there are days when he's over 100 new subscribers. And I'm lucky on days when I get two or three, you know. There are days I'll have two or three. And if I can put together a series of days where I get two or three new subscribers over a period of a month, I can say, hey, I have 100 new subscribers, you know. But, and I'm not hate on anybody and I'm not being jealous of anybody. I'm just, it is what it is, you know. And then the content that I put out is different than the content that other people put out. And I think some of the um, content that I put out and the topics I put out, YouTube does not like. How are you doing, my friend Yoda? Your ears should be ringing. I have been singing your praises. Finally got in YouTube, didn't want me to come into the live. Yeah, probably. They don't like my content. They don't like, you know, I feel like I've got a um they just don't like they don't like prepper content. It's like a lot of the liberal media, they're very biased. And I'm not saying that conservative media is not biased, but you know, liberal media, you can't be a conservative and accomplish anything, and they give you credit for it, you know. And peace and blessings to you too, brother or sister. Top G Network. 7 away from 900. Well, let's hope you get those 7, and let's hope you get the next 100. I will tell you, a lot of people struggle to get over that 1,000 mark. I know several people. It took them months to get the last 6 or 7 subscribers. I mean, they'd pick up 1 or 2 and they'd drop 1 or 2. They'd pick up 1 or 2 or 3 and they'd drop 1 or 2 or 3. And just, it was absolutely, I tried to work to help my friend, Mr. Green, Pastor Green, Justin Green, God's old man. I worked trying to get him past that 1,000. I mean, I was begging people if you would subscribe him on your backup channel. I was just trying to get him past that 1,000. It took him 4 or 5 months, literally, to get the last 8 or 10 once he was that close. And I hope, KP, that you don't have the same problem. But, you know, a lot of times you reach a certain barrier, and for whatever reason, there's a roadblock there. And that 1,000 is part of the monetization. You know, the 4,000 watch hours and the 1,000 subscribers. And a lot of people, they have a hard time getting past that. Truth be told. Am I missing anybody? He'll hit 43K tonight. Well, God bless you. I would be happy to hit 3K tonight, but I'm not going to do it. Pre-retirement days. How are you doing? So I will say, and I've been talking about it, I did Uncle Al by Bullfrog 79. I did reach 2,200 last Saturday. Right now, I am sitting at 2,202. I was at 2, and then I went down to 1, and then I was at 2 again, and I'm at 2. You know, and I really have not been working on my channel this week. I've just been trying to every day put up a couple of shorts. The short I put up earlier, I did a short earlier of hot dogs or eating a hot dog. That got about 1,000 views so far today. And did I just put up another one? No, I made a mistake. I was on my backup channel. I said I'm going to put up another short, and I accidentally, and I haven't been using my backup channel, I put up a short of gasoline on my backup channel. It's got 7 or 8 views. You know, my backup channel is not an active channel, but it does have some content on it, and I do have like 115 subscribers on my backup channel. And my goal for that channel was to get past 100 subscribers, and I did that. And my goal for my main channel, and I had told Dave, well, when I was working towards the 2,100, Dave had told me, you'll be at 2,200 by Christmas. And I didn't believe him. And I had a ways to go. And for some reason, I just started getting subscribers. And over the period of about a month, I had about 120 new subscribers. For me, getting 100, I used to, when I was very active and I was really working my channel and I wasn't physically working, but I would put 7 or 8 hours a day into my channel, I was growing at over 100 subscribers a month. But I had not been doing that. For a long time, I had not been doing that. And my channel had been growing very slowly to the tune of, I think in the last year, I had picked up like maybe 300 subscribers in the last year. So, Hillbilly Josh, how are you doing? Hillbilly Josh. And Josh has got a good channel. He puts out some good content. And he's a hardworking man. Supports. He's got a young son that he tries to spend as much time as he can with. I'll be at 2,500 by Easter. Yeah, we'll see about that. We shall see. Next thing you'll tell me, and you'll get him pissed off, I'll be passing Uncle Al. Which I don't think will ever happen because Uncle Al stays about 500 ahead of me. Uncle Al stays at about 500 ahead of me. And, but I tease him sometimes. I tease him and says, I'm catching you, or I'm gaining on you, or whatever. And if I do gain on him, it stops, and then he pulls the lead back up, and extends it a little bit. So that's just the way it is. Dad's advice for you. Hello, Enrique. In Vay's place. I have about 10 in the house right now. I will tell you this. I have not had a chance to go through. I haven't had a chance to work on the subscriber giveaway. I made it to 2,200 last Saturday. I haven't done a damn thing for my channel this week other than a couple of shorts a day, usually one in the morning and one in the evening. So I have not. I've been doing anything, any videos or anything. I don't have time. I need to work on my 2,200 subscriber giveaway, and it'll be a video. And I have to go through and figure out who qualifies. Well, what are the qualifications? Leave me a like and a supportive comment on each of the last 5 videos I will have released when I hit the magic number. I haven't done any new videos since I hit that magic number. So you take the last video I did and backtrack 4 more and make sure you've got a supportive comment and a like on each of those videos. And this weekend, I'm going to figure out who qualifies, and I'll try to put together the video, and I'll get a box out to you probably sometimes this next week. And you know, it is what it is. And then we'll say, hey, well, we're working on the next one, the next number. You know, I got a long way to go. And in between now and then, I will probably release 2 or 3 more videos. I keep promising Dave I'm going to do the menu number 4 spaghetti, the USMRE menu number 4 spaghetti. I've got it plated up there, the bag, all ready to go. Just maybe I'll do that this weekend. It'd be nice if I can do it this weekend and work on it, get it all edited up, and I can put it out. But as of right now, my goal for the weekend is to figure out who qualifies and try to take care of the video and get the 2,200 subscriber giveaway done. So don't say I haven't. I understand that you work quite a bit. Once I hit 1K, my channel slowed down a lot. Took me about 2 years after hitting 1K to get to 2K. Yeah, I hear you. Oh, you don't have to worry, that ain't going to happen. I'm not going to pass Uncle Al. And I would like to repeat that I had said that earlier. Oh, hello, Pat. Are you here? Hey, Pat, how's it going? Uncle Al gives me most of my topics. Now I've got wild hairs that I go after and I like to talk about. I got certain topics that I really follow up on, and I research and I try to keep track of, and every once in a while I'll talk about it or I'll get on a rant about it. And but like tonight, I've got some topics, and Uncle Al sent me 30 some odd new topics, and I'm going to get to 5 or 6 of them tonight. And then what I didn't get to tonight, we'll hit tomorrow and we'll hit Sunday. And I will plan on doing a live stream tomorrow, and I'll try to do a post on it. I did a post last night on it. I was going to do a live stream tonight, and I'll try to do a post, and I'll try to do a video or post a short. Then I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow, and I'll do one Sunday. My goal for this weekend is to try $26.95. Uncle Al's very close to 2,700, which will keep him 500 ahead of me, you know. And I'm not competing with him or anybody else, and he's not competing with me. And we tease, we tease. So one of the things I'm always being told to do, we're about 20 minutes into the live stream, I've got a pocket knife, a little Haas pocket knife, nice pocket knife. I'm going to do an unboxing. I'm always being told, do an unboxing, so we're going to do an unboxing. I order stuff all the time from Amazon. A lot of stuff I get the next day. They've got a hub up in Houston, and we're about a 2-hour drive from where I'm at. And so I'm going to do an unboxing. I've been ordering a lot of stuff. This is a portable outdoor radio. Probably need to do a video on this. Well, they got it all taped up. Uh-oh, it's got a USB charger. No, you gotta have batteries. It's gotta be batteries. It can't have a cell. It can't have a lithium battery, but it does. And I'll do a video on this. We'll do a video on this one eventually. But that's where we're at there. We did an unboxing. Take care, Verda. Appreciate you. That actually cost me about $30. And if you've looked at some of my older videos, I have a couple of these, just like this one. I gave one to my daughter. One is in my wife's carry bag. It's a nice one. And multi-band radio, music player, USB chargeable. It's a nice. Got a little solar cell. You can charge it outside with the solar cell. Just lay it down towards the sun. It charges. You can USB charge it. It's got a light. It's nice, you know. You can get the Weather Channel, NOAA. It's nice. So, talking about topics. This is topic number 106. Is it the 106th topic? Well, it's my numbering. It's my numbering right now. And so this is a report from CNN, NBC, ABC, CBS, Sky News, MSN. Washington Post, Vice President's home was attacked by unidentified assailants. Gunfire and gunshots were heard from the area. One suspect is in custody. Liberals and mass media are working overtime, making excuses that it was a simple break in, not an assassination attempt. What news media failed to report? The Secret Service and VP were well armed. The search for other suspects is ongoing. If they caught one of them, trust me, they'll get the information from that one on the others. They won't stay quiet. They'll find the others or find out who was involved. They will find out. There have been a lot of attempted assassinations. You know, Charlie Kirk got assassinated. They've tried to assassinate the president a couple of times. The president got shot, almost killed. If the bullet had been just a little bit over, he'd be in the ground right now. Miss Anne Marie Angel. Hello, young lady. Thank you for coming in. I will try to do the same for you tomorrow. I have been working all day. Every day this week. I am tired. And it has been a week. We're back after the Christmas break. And no rest for the wicked. And yeah, 1:24 a.m. over in England. It's very late. Thank you so much. My best to Gary. Rocket, Nicole, anybody else that so next topic 107. This is another one that's, that they've got stuff going on up in Minnesota. A Somali daycare scam in Minnesota. Big cover up. CNN and CBS have been dragged in the mud. Reports by Fox News, Timcast, ABC, MSN, NBC, and Sky News from Australia. Both the IRS, DOJ, and, well, all three, the IRS, DOJ, and FBI, found $2 billion scam from the federal government during Biden's administration and the Governor Tim Walz's administration. No children or people were involved in these daycare centers, but they were charging an outrageous amount of money, some big scam. When people tried to enroll their children to the daycare, they came out. They were chased by and threatened by Somali thugs who scream racism at Americans of all colors and gender. One Hispanic woman was maced and called a called her a bigot, but then they used the W word. Garden implement, if you know what I'm referring to. In one raided daycare center in Minnesota, there were drugs, alcohol, and weapons, other items. No children were found. A lot of Somali males of military age, as well as 6 ladies of the evening. Not a daycare center, but a Somali gang cell. Thank you, socialists and Democrats. What do you think about that? Yeah, they're raising hell. Something else I'll get to, but I'm just just mention it because of the topic I'm dealing with right now. So the government surged in a couple of thousand agents, different branches surged in, investigators, Homeland Security, Border Patrol, up in the Twin Cities. They're raising hell about it. They're really fighting against them. Uh, they're doing all sorts of crazy stuff. You heard about the woman who was shot because she tried to run over some ICE agents. Now they're trying to say, "Oh, those poor ICE agents murdered her." They're trying to change the topic, or they're trying to dilute the topic from the big scandal with all of the stolen money, the big scam that took place. Yeah, a lot of corruption. A lot of corruption. Well, I mean, over in the UK, they're having the same problem. They were kind enough to let a bunch of people in from the East, that refugee types. They let them in. Now they're trying to force Sharia law on them. They want they want to force them to be Muslims. They want them to follow Sharia law. They want their women to, cover up and wear burqas and all that crap. And and they're attacking. Their radicalized members are attacking common citizens. And you hear about all this stuff, and then the people over in the UK are getting fed up. The people in Ireland are getting fed up. You know, they're attacking their women. They're doing bad things, and it's a horrible situation. It really is. It really is a horrible situation. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I'm. It's the Middle East, Uncle Al. I just didn't say Middle East. I said East. It's towards the east. That's just like you put words in like WHORE, and I didn't want to say that word, so I just said garden implement. I mean, I'm trying to tone it down so that they don't, and I'm trying to take consideration there are ladies present. So, um, some of the stuff I get sent on notes, I don't say it exactly the way I'm told because I'm trying to tone it down a little bit, or I'm trying to make it a little less, get the point across, but make it a little bit less. Um, so they had the scam. Um, with the Somalis. There were no children or people involved in these daycare centers. I mean, they're they're using them. They're using them for illegal operations, and they're scamming. They're scamming the money and everything from the government. Uh, the Minnesota governor Tim Walz is not going to run for reelection. He drops out of the reelection race amid the Somali daycare fraud scandal. Um, this is reported by Sky News, uh, NHK News Japan, BBC, Timcast, ABC, NBC, MSN. Other states have reported in the Mali daycare scandal. Ohio and Washington State, DOJ is investigating. Claimed by liberals, media, that Ohio is part of Somalia. Several states' offices are flying the Somali flag, including the New York City mayor's office. No, I haven't ordered a blue mega cap or any. I don't wear merch. I don't wear I've never been a merch person. If you notice, I'm wearing a black T-shirt. Doesn't have any lettering, symboling, or anything on it. I don't. Every once in a while, I'll wear a school spirit shirt, like today's Spirit Day, Friday Spirit Day. I wore a white dress shirt. I contemplated coming on in my school clothes, but I said, no, I'm just going to get comfortable. So I stripped down. I've got a black T-shirt. I got some shorts on, um, walking shorts, in my black socks, and I'm wearing some slippers. So I'm comfortable. And yes, I will probably be going to bed right after the live stream. It is what it is. Uh, Topic 109. Reported by ABC, Fox News, MSN, Sky News, BBC, NHK. The Chinese military is itching for World War III in a three-stage plan. Invade Taiwan, Okinawa, the Philippines, U.S. territories like Guam, Marianas. Other sites include Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean. Now that is a big, well-armed base. There's a lot of military that are based there. If China decides, and we got ships based there, we got subs right there, they decide they want to go over there, oh man, you talk about biting off more than you can chew. Also, that's in India's backyard. And India and China are not, when it comes to that kind of stuff, are not friendly. Talk about Puerto Rico. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. China owns hundreds of shipping ports in the Pacific and in the Americas. All that Belt and Road crap that they're doing. Yeah, remember the Alamo. Hello, Mr. Whistle. How are you doing? Please leave a like, Mr. Whistle, to support the channel. It would be greatly appreciated. They had some interest in Venezuela, Mexico. They were in Panama. We did some stuff to get them to get them off the canal. They were involved in both ends of the canal, Panama Canal. We intervened in that to get them out of that. We're shutting down some of their oil tankers. Are trying to take Venezuelan oil to China. We're doing some stuff there. We've stopped and detained several tankers, which hurts them. I mean, they can hurt us, but we can certainly hurt them. They're in our. When they're over in the Caribbean, that's our backyard. They might look at Taiwan as their backyard, but the Caribbean, that's our backyard. Topic number 110. Reported by CNN, Fox Weather, CBS, NBC, MSN, and ABC. Record breaking snow and cold hit the U.S. Boats sink, roofs collapse. Highways are blocked, flights canceled. Power grid strained, EVs crash, burn and die from the cold. People trapped in homes, a lot of homeless people found dead. Now, I will tell you where I'm at. You got booted out of what? You get dropped off my channel real fast? Oh, well, I have people send me copies of images that they get warning them about my channel, the dangers of my channel and the dangers of my content. Do you really want to go on to this? People aren't getting notifications. You know, I'm not doing just the touchy-feely little stuff. You got people subscribing left and right to touchy-feely. I'm not touchy-feely. I mean, I do upload some touchy-feely stuff. I get a lot of subscribers when I upload a video of my dogs. You know, I can upload a video of my dogs that'll get 1,000 views and might get 3 or 4 new subscribers. You know, I get a lot of positive comments about. Yeah, I get a lot of positive. Well, Dave was saying it wasn't wanting him to come into my live. You know, it's trying to block him from coming into my live. If you look right now, I've got 7 people. You know, I've got 12 likes and 7 people. I've been writing down names. I've got 13 names. So somebody of those 13 names didn't give me a like. But it is what it is, you know. I was getting a lot. I'd do a live stream and I'd get over 100 people come in consistently. You know, it's not happening right now. It's not happening. It is what it is. Weather. We've had one night that it barely hit 32 degrees. Real early in the morning, for maybe an hour, hour and a half, it kissed freezing temperature. By the middle of the day, it was in the 50s. You know, and that was only one night. I look at the weather projections for the next 10 days or so, which is about as far as they want to go. It may get down into the 40s overnight, several times. You know, so I know everybody up north is taking a beating, but where I'm at, no. Fog's more that's bothering me is fog, because I got to drive to work in the morning. A lot of times it's foggy. Driving for 15 or 20 minutes through the fog is not fun. But it is what it is. Uncle Al says it's 43 degrees. Gemini is watching. Okay. We'll let the AI watch. Topic number 111. Another topic. You like fog? It's not fun driving through it. It's one thing to go out into your porch and see fog. It's another thing to have to be driving through it, and people are driving like nuts around you, passing you like nuts, you know. Reported by CNN, Fox Weather. Well, I already talked about that one. Next one. Topic 111. You suck at prepping. following the herd, as per Uncle Al. This is his words. Typical YouTube preppers don't have or know what to do. There are a lot of people that, yes, they have no idea what to do. How much water do you have and store? Well, we are told and we are recommended for emergency purposes to have a couple of weeks worth of water and a couple of weeks worth of food. It used to be 3 days or what they call 72 hours, and then they said a week, and then it's like a couple of weeks. So the idea is to have a couple of weeks worth of food and a couple of weeks worth of water, clean water. A means to heat your food. Hygiene. Do you have a supply of your medication that you take? If you take maintenance medication, do you have a supply of it? Got to think about all those things. You know, it's important. Got to think about those things. You should have a gallon per day per person. So if there's 4 people, each one, that's 4 gallons. You know, have a 1 week supply, 4 times 7, 7 days in a week, it's 28 gallons. It is what it is. In a gallon, if you buy a gallon jug, you can refill them. But let's just say you buy a gallon jug and you just keep it for preparedness. About $1.30 a gallon now. You know, $1.30 a gallon. If you're by yourself, maybe a week's supply of water, $10, 7 gallons. You know, figure a gallon a day. Yeah, hurricanes. Katrina, Rita. You got double whammy there in Louisiana. You had 2 hit pretty close together, pretty short time period. Really did a number on New Orleans. Levees broke, remember that? Uncle Al says not little liter bottles or half-liter bottles. Do you have a means to strain and purify water? You have purification tablets, or how would you purify water? Good idea to boil it. Get all the floating particles out of it. Where are you getting it from? Where are you getting the water from? You don't want pool water. Want to kill your kidneys? Don't do that. Filters and chemicals. Boiling does not remove chemicals or toxins. How much bulk long-term food do you have? Not food buckets, aka mouse motels. Now, Uncle Al does not like food buckets. I've got some food buckets, and trust me, they're not mouse motels where I'm at. You know, real food, not artificial food. Well, I got tons of freezer-dried food, and I've got tons of cans. I've got a lot of pails that I put together, buckets. I mean, the kind of buckets that I'd like to see a food grade 5-gallon can. I'd like to see a mouse eat through that. Do you have a way to procure, process, and preserve food? Yeah, liver too, Uncle Al. Uh, Hunting, fishing, and trapping. You suck at it. I'm not near what I was back in the day. You know, I'm not what I was back in the day when I was a lot younger. Um, Cooking. You suck at it. Now, I think I'm a pretty good cook. And I do know how to cook over a fire. Um, Preserving your harvest. You suck at it. Uncle Al's theme is you suck at everything. Most preppers. That's from the Gospel of Uncle Al. Um, who are your crew? Your posse? Your group? In a crisis, can they help you? Do you have people you can rely upon in a crisis? Or are they cousin Dumases? You know, are these people you can count on, or are they basically cousin Dumases? Gotta think about that. Gotta think about that. So I will tell you, um, I will work on the list. Who qualifies for the drawing? I will plan on trying to get that done this weekend. And I'll do a video of it. It'll be the latest video. So, what I would advise if you are following along and you are participating in the drawings, you have your name in the hat, eventually you'll win. I mean, Enrique was in 8 or 9 drawings before he won, you know. And he has won twice now, you know. He's won twice. I've had a couple of people win more than once. Enrique's one of them. You know, you're faithful. You consistently, and you know, it's not like I'm not putting out like the recommended couple of videos a day. Yeah, I try to put out a couple of shorts a day, but I'm not going by shorts. I'm going by long form videos. And a lot of times, say, I had a goal. I put out a long form video every week, one video a week, and I can't even do that now. But like, there's a holiday and I'm off for a week. I have put out 3 or 4 videos on occasions like that. Different topics, not necessarily long videos. They don't have to be long. They just have to cover what I want to cover. And like over Thanksgiving, I think I did 4 videos that week. 4 videos. And then I'll go for a period of 2 or 3 weeks and I don't do a video. So I'm not putting out that much content. And if you like my content, then you should be happy that, hey, he put out another video, you know, and it's not necessarily a long one, you know, it's 3-4 minutes. It's on a little topic. I'm planning on doing a coffee video, making a coffee video where I make coffee using a camp stove. I've done that before, but I'm going to do another one. We're going to use a camp stove, and we're going to make coffee, and I'm going to make a video of it. That'll be a video. The 2,200 subscriber giveaway will be a video. That's 2 videos. And then I'm planning on doing the menu number 4, USMRE menu number 4. That'll be a video. That one will be a long video. That one will probably be close to 20 minutes. But those are, the other ones will be short. The giveaway video will probably be 7 or 8 minutes. And then the one where I do coffee will be probably 5 minutes or less. I may do another coffee talk news, and that'll be another video. So I can think of right now maybe 4 videos that I'll do in the next month or so. And depending on how my channel goes, I may be at the point where I'm pushing it 2,300, and then there'll be a 2,300 subscriber giveaway. Now, could you imagine somebody like Dave is gaining almost 100 subscribers a day? He would not want to be trying to do what I'm doing, but then again, he's growing a lot faster than I am. I'm doing this to sort of like thank the people who are with me, trying to get a few new people to be consistently with me. It is what it is. That's just the way things are. So, a long week. It was a long week. I'm tired. I'm sure most everybody here is tired. I'm 63 years old. Patrick Swayze's brother, and I don't know his name, but he's Patrick Swayze's brother, died in the last day or two, 63 years old. 63 years old. I'm 63 years old. So, when I get up in the morning, I thank God for the day. You don't know how many days you have, your days are numbered. Think about that. It is the truth. You do not know how many days you have. And I'm thankful every day I have. I get up in the morning, I drink a cup of coffee, I take my medication. Did I take my evening medication? Friday, I took my evening medication. Morning medication, evening medication. I'm gonna have to reload this weekend. I got enough for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday, and then I have to reload for the coming week. Routines, you gotta have routines. You eat, you drink your coffee, or you drink your milk or your water. You gotta drink a lot of water, stay hydrated. You take your medication. I got one of these kits where I have to test my blood, check my sugar. I do not enjoy poking myself. That is not fun, poking yourself and trying to do a blood reading. I'd like to get one of those sensors that basically you're able to monitor your blood without having to poke yourself. That would be nice. At least I'm not taking insulin injections. That would be really bad. I do not like shots. I certainly would not like having to give myself a shot. That would be really bad. So anyway, I'm planning on sleeping a little bit later. I normally get up around 4:30 in the morning. Usually at work by 6:30. And I'm going to sleep a little bit later tomorrow. I might sleep till 6 o'clock in the morning. I slept late, 6 o'clock in the morning. And I'll work on trying to get ready for my next live stream and work on the figuring out the video and getting my stuff together. I got other stuff I could unbox. Like I'm trying to parcel it out. Here's another box. Here is another envelope. I got more stuff coming in, But I'll unbox some more stuff tomorrow. I have all the components I need to take care of Uncle Al. Thank you. Hello, Rachel, mom of 4 boys. You're coming in at the end, but thank you for coming. And I know life's hectic. And I do apologize. I have not called your mother back, and I needed to call your mother back. I'll try to do it this weekend. Hello, Gary. Thank you for coming, Gary. Please leave a like, guys. Those of you who are just now coming in, please leave a like. Greatly appreciated. I will try to come by tomorrow when you guys are doing your puzzles and your Wheel of Fortune. I enjoy that. You're really good at it. Y'all are good at the puzzles and y'all are good at the Wheel of Fortune. So when I get up in the morning, I take my medication. I thank God for the day. Drink my coffee. Say the Lord's Prayer. Try to get right in my head. Get cleaned up. Go to work. And start over the following day. I'll be going to bed in a little while. And enjoyed this live stream. I think it was very good. I appreciate everybody coming in. Oh, trying to finish up a tea I had with my supper. I stopped and got chicken, which I like to pick on Gary about that 8-pound chicken. 8-pound turkey, 8-pound chicken. I tease him about that. They were talking about the price of turkey and, about joking about chickens. That's a long story. Anyway, everybody have a good evening. I appreciate you coming in. It was very, very good. I enjoyed it. God bless. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow evening at 7 for another edition of Coffee Talk. Take care. I enjoyed it. I had fun. I am tired, but I had fun. Bye-bye.